Hello guys, as you know my name is China. So guys, you know, in the beginning I was not a prayer person, I was not much into prayer. But one day I was also drinking alcohol. I used to drink alcohol. But one day I just decided that nah, man, I'm wasting money with this thing. Then from that time I never touched alcohol again. So going forward, another day came and I was still in high school. Like I just told myself, I used to believe, like from the beginning, I used to believe that Jesus Christ is the Lord. But somehow, when people gave testimonies, there was too much for me, and I felt like they were lying. I felt like they were lying. But as time went by, I just decided to tell. I just told myself, like, already I was believing, but and my belief was so little. It was not that much. Like I just decided that no man, I have to start praying. Then from that day, like I told myself that today I will pray, and then later on, when I was supposed to go and pray, I forgot to pray. Then tomorrow, an idea came again that I should pray. In fact, I cannot just say it's an idea, it's a voice. A voice told me, go and pray. Then I remember that yesterday I was supposed to pray because the voice came. So from then I told myself that man, since yesterday I have forgotten to pray, and today I remember to pray. Meaning whenever I go to pray, I have to ask God to help me come before Him all the time to pray. And from that time, I asked God to give me strength to pray. And from that time, I have never forgotten in any day, like I have never forgotten to pray because I was already used to it. Like the Spirit of God helped me to pray. So it got too much. Like as time went by, it got too much. I had to pray very hard, man. I had to pray very hard. Like I was setting a time to pray like every after 1 hour. Then I saw that the 1 hour is too much, is too long. I have to pray after every 30 minutes. Then somehow I learned something from Prophet TB Joshua, and it's also written in the Bible, so that I have to pray in my heart continuously, pray without ceasing. So I continued to pray and pray and pray and pray. As I was praying every after 30 minutes and every after 1 hour, I started having too much dreams. Like I was starting to dream like very having big dreams, like seeing myself preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, like seeing myself solving problems. Like when there is a problems, I solve them in the name of Jesus Christ. Like so many things were happening, and like at that time I just told myself that man, that's how it is. Like I just continued to pray and pray and pray and pray and read the Bible. Then that's when I started to see those things. And I started to get like I was getting this feeling, like is it chilling, like it was very somehow very frightening. I know the things of God, guys, are very very frightening. Like it's not easy. It's not easy to just say yeah, when God shows you who He is actually, it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna be low. You're gonna feel somehow very 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 frightened. So I started seeing so many things, guys, seeing very deep things. And so yeah, years went by, and started seeing visions and seeing things. And those things I was seeing, they started happening, Then I went to church somehow. There are prophets at church. They told me that you are a prophet, and I started to, like, before they told me that, before their own confirmation from, before that the confirmation I got from the prophet, already I knew what I was, because I could see, I had visions, like I could see, and for me to see, it didn't just start like that, It's because I prayed, I read the Bible, and mostly I prayed, and I isolated myself from other things, because sometimes you need to be yourself. Like, you don't have to be involved in many things that are not godly. Like, when you are always alone, you are isolated, and you are away from other things, So I prayed, and had dreams. I told people what I saw, and the same things happened to them, So another day, guys, I had a dream. Like, in that dream, and the whole world was thrown into a hole. Like, for you to be like, it's like it's a tunnel, and in that tunnel, that there's a through that tunnel down there's a hole. Like, it's very, very, very dark, and in there were voices of young people, old people, women, and like women and men, like different voices. As I was with them in that darkness, in that hole, like, a voice came through the tunnel, and a light came through that tunnel, and it only allowed me to come out of that tunnel. Just imagine, I was with people. They tried to come out with me through that light. They were not even able to reach that light, because that light only allowed me to come out of it, So when I came out of it, I was on my knees, walking on my knees. Is it in English? I'm not familiar with English. Like, I was crawling, is it crawling? Then I came to the feet of the one who holds 7 stars. Like, is it 7 stars? Jesus Christ. Like, I can say this one is a Jesus Christ, because I couldn't even see his face, you know. That's how it is. And as I was outside of that tunnel, I heard different voices. That was a judgment. That was judgment, So, my friend, hell is real and heaven is real. For you to be saved, you need to hunger for Jesus. He says, knock, the door will be open for you, and ask, you get answers. Seek, you'll find. So, guys, it is not the end. Like, I also had another dream whereby I was with people walking. Then, as I look in the sky, I saw someone wearing a white garment coming down, like he was in the air, coming down. So I told the people I was with that the person you are seeing in the sky is Jesus Christ. As I was saying that, people, those who believed in him, left with him immediately. In a blink of an eye, disappeared. Then the Spirit of God took me into the streets of this earth. Then I was seeing people shooting, trying to kill, like killing, raping, and doing all these things, Guys, it was somehow like money was the priority. Money was everything. Like, everything. Killing a human being was like killing an insect, So, guys, it's not the end. It's not the end, guys. It's not the end. Like, I had another vision whereby I was told to preach the gospel of Jesus, and those who believe, they must believe. Those who don't believe may not believe. Those who don't believe may not believe. But as I preached the gospel of Jesus Christ, some rejected it and some accepted it. Then as for those who accepted it, a time came for us to be taken into heaven. And when I reached there, I was crying, where is my loved ones? How will they get where I am right now? And it's heartbreaking that I always preach the gospel of Jesus Christ to my siblings, to everyone, but it's hard to believe. Some they just say they believe, but what they say with their mouth, what they confess with their mouth, disagrees with what they say they believe. So guys, that's how it is. Like heaven is real and hell is real. You know, heaven is real and hell is real. My cousin was dying in front of me, but immediately he rose up. The one thing I love about my family is that they stick to God. My parents and my cousins, they believe. Like, I know we all have our mistakes, but they believe. So this cousin of mine was so sick, very sick, uh, and she was dying in front of all of us. She was dying. We saw her. It was like we are saying goodbye to her. But in that time, we were not even thinking of taking her to a sangoma, or taking her to anyone, like. They were always praying. My parents and her parents were always praying, and playing gospel music. So she rose, and when she rose, she said, God says there is nothing that can happen to her, and she's still gonna live, and she's going to give a testimony, and there are so much for her to live for. So one thing I can tell you right now is this: you need to confess, you need to believe, because if you don't believe, there is no way you can see heaven. Imagine, let's say you died, and there is no way for you to come back to earth. And they say you cannot enter the holy city, you can't enter into heaven. So hell, straight to hell, my brother. This one is not a secret, and we all know that heaven and hell exist, but we choose to believe whatever we want to believe. So I encourage you, my brother, to believe, not to be like others. It doesn't matter what kind of life you are living right now. You need to say to myself that this is my life, and I will live my life like this. Confess, like, we humans, we are powerless. Our time is so limited in this world, and we need to live for something that lasts forever, not something that our flesh will not live forever. It's just for a little while. I wish you a good luck, guys, and I wish you good luck so that you may believe, and I hope you believe, guys. Thank you.